Yep, I pushed the record.
Oh, we're on. Hi, Flosstube.
Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Lori,
I'm Deb.
and we are Stitching in the Valley. Welcome, and this is video number 7, I believe.
Yep.
And today
January 29th.
29th, 2021.
2021.
Can you believe the first month of the new year is almost gone? I can't hardly believe it.
Not at all.
My grandma always used to tell me when I was little, the older you get, the faster time flies. And I was like, you are lying.
I thought it was supposed to go slower when you got older.
That's not what she said. And she's correct, because the older I get, the faster it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's been going on, Deb? I haven't hardly gotten to talk to you since we recorded last.
Well, I've been busy with my statistics, working very hard. Not getting near as much stitching done as I would like to. I did have my first step of the Moderna vaccine, the COVID vaccine.
Good
So
deal.
I'll get my second step February 11th. So I would say a couple weeks after that, we can get back together to record.
Yay! Can't wait. That'll be exciting. My
Yes.
mom and my mom and Hope got theirs already, their first one. I don't know. And my other sister and brother-in-law got both of their shots, but they live in Illinois and they work for the county, the health department. So things are rolling along. So that's a good thing. I'm incredibly grateful for that. Things starting opening up a little bit more. So what else? Anything else?
Their numbers are coming down in Ohio.
Yep.
They're like 5,000 something yesterday. Instead it had been 8 to 10,000 a day.
Yeah, that's remarkable. Anyway, well, Chris and I took Elijah and Addie to Hocking Hills this past weekend it was their Christmas gift to them from us. So we went on Friday night and we came home on Sunday and we had a great time. We hiked, we ate, the kids ate all kinds of junk food, stayed up until all hours of the night. I think they were in the hot tub probably 8 hours that they were there. I mean,
oh my gosh.
I don't know how they didn't turn into prunes but we had a really, really good time. It was great. So that's been the most exciting thing going on over here. For sure. So we had a lot of comments, and we want to thank everybody for all their sweet comments. There was a new comment just right before we got on tonight. I was going to do a shout out to Mary Ashcraft. If you haven't seen her, she shouted us out in her video today because I don't know if you realize this, she went to law school here at UD. She lives in California. She's from California, but she went to law school.
I did read that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she went to UD and she had her UD sweatshirt on today and she shouted this out. So there was a new, somebody had commented on our video and said they'd come over from Mary Ashcraft. And so that was really cool. I thought that was really, very sweet.
Very cool.
And it's funny because I was listening to her video today and I heard her start to say she had her UD sweatshirt on. I'm like, oh, go Flyers. And then she was like, oh, well, shout out to Stitching in the Valley. So that was kind of fun and exciting.
We love the Flyers. We have had season tickets for the last couple of years. And so we can't get them this year, but we did have to pay a fee to keep our seats.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll go next year.
My son-in-law is a huge Flyers fan. I don't know why. I mean, he didn't go to school there. Tom went to school there, didn't he?
Yeah, Tom got his master's at UD.
That's what I thought. Yeah. David never went to school there. He's just always liked the Flyers, and his dad had season tickets to the basketball games for years. So, and occasionally Aubrey and David got to go for that. And they even took Elijah a couple of times, which Elijah thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's kind of cool.
We took Loretta and Lucy.
Did they
my
like
two oldest granddaughters, maybe 2 years ago, and they're 8 and 9 now. And Loretta liked it at first for maybe 10 minutes. And then Lucy loved it. She was standing up, clapping, yelling, booing people. It was like, has she ever been to a basketball game before? Where'd she learn this? She was doing what everybody else was doing.
Hanging out with Granddad there.
Yeah. They had a good time, though. They had a lot of fun.
That's really good. I love having little kids around.
Yes.
It's so much fun. For sure. So okay. So do you ever watch Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch?
I have watched her a couple of times.
I love her videos. Not on her last video, but the video before, she was talking about initials, like initials on a cross stitch sampler, and how she was talking about Brenda Gervais. And so her initials are BAG. So it spells the word bag. And then Elizabeth Ann's, hers are EAT. It's Elizabeth Ann. I think she said her last name was Tipton. I could be wrong about that. Don't mark my words. So her initials are EAT. And I don't know if as long as I've known you, I don't know if I've ever told you this. When I was pregnant with Aubrey, I wanted to name her Aubrey Sue. But think about what her last name was. So her initials would have been AS.
Oh.
Bad letter.
Bad word, not letter.
Bad word, yes. Fortunately, I realized that before she was born. So I did not name her Aubrey Sue. And instead she is Aubrey Jean. And the thing is that even being married now, her initials haven't changed, because now her last name
she would have been stuck with it for life.
Thank God I thought of it.
Well, Henry's initials are Ham, and somebody said the next boy's name should start with D and have the same middle name.
Oh my gosh.
Silliness.
Well, you got to think about these things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You could cause some real mental up there.
Instead, we got Ted. And Ted was asking, Ted is 3. He's one of my grandchildren here. And he was asking his mom for money the other day. I want to know, can we have some money? He's like, well, I don't have any money. And he said, well, let's go to the money store and get some money. And she's like, oh, there are no money stores. I wish they were, because I would love to go. And he said, well, I need money. I want money. With all so he's 3. He just turned 3 in January. So I was surprised by that, because I don't see his parents using a lot of cash. Just like me, I used my card. Right. And so then he was born, or he was only 2 when COVID started. So now we really don't use cash. And so I thought it surprising that he knew and wanted money.
He might be a hardworking kid when he gets older.
Ted, he's a busy one.
Yeah, he is a busy one. How's little Warren doing?
He's good. He's walking already.
Is he a year?
No, not till February 20th. He'll be 1. He started walking before Christmas.
He did. You know what? That doesn't surprise me with those older kids. I mean, it does, because he's so young.
All of her kids have walked early.
Well, remember watching him scoot across that floor on his butt instead of how he'd scoot instead?
Yeah, and basically it was like he just got up one day and started walking.
Oh my gosh.
And he can even walk and clap his hands at the same time.
I can barely do that.
I can barely walk and chew gum.
Kids, good for him.
Yeah.
Go Warren. He's got to keep up with those bigger kids. I think that's pretty awesome. So what have you been working on anything?
I have. I worked just a smidge on my Jesus. It was the kit.
Uh-huh.
So I've showed this before, and if you've seen our videos before, my daughter did this twice. You can just see the eye there. I don't know if you can see the eye.
Yeah, you can see
and the nose. So it's starting to take shape, but my daughter Crystal did 2 of these. She did one for my other daughter, and then she did one for herself. And it's funny, she took pictures from the very beginning. So the first picture I sent her was almost the exact first picture she sent me.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's really good.
Sorry, I got a runny nose.
How much time do you think you've put into that so far?
A lot,
A
because
lot.
the colors are so close, because
Mhm.
it's all different shades of brown and beige like. I've had to highlight on the pattern what I've done
Sure.
so that I can kind of keep track. I was working on it for a while today, and I think I said this before too. The longer I work on it, the more I can see the different colors. Where when I first pick it up, I can't tell any of the colors. The more I look at it, the more I see, oh, that's that one, that's that one. So I'll get it done one day.
You will.
But
You'll get it.
But that's the big, I mean, it's on 14 count Ada. So the biggest challenge is just knowing where you're going and where you've been. So I just started highlighting the chart as I did it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that takes a little longer, but
Yeah, for sure. It's really cool though. What else you working on?
then I work on my what's this one called? I never know. A little rag.
Yep, the S Ward. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I started
So
working on that one right before the last time. And it's on the 28 count even weave that I got at Hobby Lobby. So I've got that much done. I had this line done, but I was off about a half a thread. So I had to take it out and restart it. So that's all I've done there.
you know what? You're good because when I did that, I was off by one thread, like way in the beginning. I never took it out. I just kept following suit all the way down.
Well, I wasn't going to, but then this right here has a extra stitch because then you're going to have that side line there. And I probably could have weaved it in somehow, but I don't know, it bugged me, so I had to do it.
You're so good, Deb.
And then I have been working on my Stitching with the Housewives, the June, trucking along. So you all have probably seen that. So I have the top done right away. I can't see what I'm showing you. There we go.
You can see it. Yeah, looks good.
And so I have threads on here, but there's my bottom. It's getting close.
Oh, wow. You're almost done.
Yeah.
You got a lot done since last time.
Yeah, I've done stitched on this mostly. Well, that's that. My my Let It Snow hands-on design, a year of chalk.
Mm-hmm.
I've just done very little on that, but it's close to being finished.
Yep.
So I had to finish a couple of these, and we need a finishing day once our my vaccine kicks in.
For sure. I've got a stack of stuff that I need to finish.
That's all I have.
So I worked a little bit on my punch needle. I have decided I love the way punch needle looks. I'm kind of over it though. I don't enjoy it nearly as much as I do cross stitching. I like the results, but I don't enjoy the process very much. So I don't know. I'll probably use it because I still have more weaver's cloth to use. I'll probably use that up on some other projects, and then I don't know that I'll do it ever again. But I mean, I like it. I like the way it looks.
Doesn't it take a lot of floss too?
Oh yeah, it takes a whole lot of floss or whatever you're going to use. So anyway, but yeah, I took this, I work on it. I will do like a stripe at a time and then put it down, stripe at a time, put it down. So eventually
I like it.
Thanks.
I like those colors though, very pretty.
I do like the colors. It's just going to take me forever to do it. That's okay. And I started, there it goes, this stocking.
For Jordan?
Yep. This is going to be Jordan's because the Santa is tall like Jordan. Jordan's
I love that.
In my family, he's the tallest.
You could put a couple extra rows on the socks and make him even taller.
Yeah, good. So that's my start. So if you look at it, it's the start of the
okay.
So that's what I got done. I've gotten done with it and I love it. My piece of fabric is really pretty big and I started it in the center of it because when I was trying to figure out the stitch count, it kept coming out wrong. So finally I was just like, I'm going to cut this big piece of fabric. I'll start in the middle. If I have to trim it, I'll trim it. I don't care. And it's just even weave that I bought at Hobby Lobby, I believe. And then I dyed it. I dyed it with gray. I think it's pearl gray is what it's called. And then I coffee dyed it.
Very pretty.
I was pleased with the color that it came out. It's different fabric than what they used and what it was called for. And plus, in the model, they used pearl cotton, number 5 pearl cotton. But because I'm going to make 8 of them, that's why I bought the more inexpensive, even weave from Hobby Lobby, because otherwise, oh my gosh, I could pay a fortune in fabric. So I did try using the pearl cotton on the 28 count. It's too big. It's too bulky. It looked awful. So I just used regular DMC floss and it's fine. It will look a little bit different than this will, but I think it'll be really cute. And in fact,
I do too.
I like the Santa and the snowman so much that I might stitch them again, like on a little pillow or, like a wall hanging or something. Cause I think the Santa and the snowman are just adorable.
They are. I love it.
Yeah. I think they're really cute. So anyway, so I got to start that. I'm so excited about that. I can't even stand it. And then I got my first page. And when I say page, so I worked on Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. And the pattern is printed out on 8x10 paper, whatever that stupid measurement is. And then the paper is folded in half like this is. So when I talk about one page, I think the pattern is written so that each full page is page 1, page 2, page 3. I count half a page as page 1. So that's why when I said I wanted to get a page done a month, I meant half the page. So I'm right on target where I wanted to be. In fact, I got a little bit more done in the page 1.
Oh, I love that. I really like it on that fabric too.
I'm telling you what, I cannot shout Stephanie's, I can't sing her praises enough on this one. This is just
very nice.
And stitching on this is like butter. I feel like I love this linen. I absolutely love this linen. This might be my linen from now on. This might be what I always buy. In different colors, of course, but I am super pleased. Are
you stitching that in hand or are you using a hoop or what are you using?
In hand.
Okay.
That's really how I prefer to stitch, is in hand. Now I do eventually want to do like Savior's Praise or Savior's.
Excuse me, sorry.
Allergies.
Had a shot today too.
Eventually I want to do like a really big like Savior's Praise or something like that. And when I do that, I might get like a roller thing, one of those roller hoop things, I can't think of what they're called. Anyway, something like that. I just think that it would be easier to keep track of it. But for right now, this one I'm just stitching in hand. But I love it.
I love it.
Love it. Love it.
I may have to do that next.
It is a lot of fun. And I finished. See if I can hold this up without dumping it all over the place. My little Valentine stitch.
I love that.
I really like it on the black.
I do too.
I like the way it pops. And so these little hearts. Okay, so this basket, Chris's uncle gave it to me when he cleaned out he sold his house, he downsized, and they had this basket there. His late wife passed away a couple years ago. She actually used this as their mailbox. She hung it on the front of their house as their mailbox. Well, he took it down, and I liked the basket. He said, "Take it home. I'm just going to get rid of it." So I took it home, and of course, I hang cross stitch on it. But right now, you want to know what it's filled with? Kroger bags and rocks.
Whatever works.
Rocks and Kroger bags so that I can keep it. So anyway,
that's so cute.
I was looking for dried flowers to put in them because I'm not a big silk flower person. So I was kind of looking for some dried flowers for Valentine's Day. Couldn't find any, of course. I don't know what I was thinking, but I found these little glitter hearts, and I do like glitter. So there you go.
Very cute.
Thanks. Yeah, I like it on the black. I thought that was kind of fun. Set it there, hope it don't fall, because my bags will go all over the place. Did you buy any haul?
I don't.
Well, I did.
Do you? I bet
Yes.
you do.
I didn't buy a bunch. Well, this time I didn't buy a bunch. Next month I'm on a no spend, so I got to buy everything before Sunday that I want to buy, because next month I'm going on a no craft spend month. Okay.
Got 2
So-
days, girl.
I know. I bought this pattern. I don't know if you can see it. It's an older pattern. It is a shop over in Bellbrook. And
Oh.
I'm not going to say the name of it, because I'm not sure if it's a quilt shop, a cross stitch shop, or I don't know what kind of a shop it is. I don't know what they're trying to be. And they had a handful of patterns, not a ton, and they were on sale that day. So I think I paid and I mean, they're older patterns. They didn't have anything of the current. Yeah, she has $5.25 on here. I paid less than $5. I think I paid like $3 for it. But and that's a vest, so you can tell this is an old pattern. And the pattern is Chessie and Me Oak Tree Sampler. I want to do it like this pillow. I don't know if you can see it very well there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it with the pillow.
That'll be.
And it actually comes with the linen and then a little button too. So
Oh, wow. Nice.
yeah. So I thought it was cute. And then I had also bought this pattern, which is a Christmas ornament.
Very cute.
And this one too came with the linen and the floss and everything. Wow. So I don't know that I'll use that fabric, or I don't know what I'll do, but I thought the pattern was really cute for a little ornament. And then, I tried, this is a Zweigart base. I didn't realize that. Okay. So, I tried to do 40 count, and I love the coverage. My eyes don't like it. So I saw this. This is Lori Holt's 20 count cork. And it's actually a Zweigart base linen, which I have discovered I love Zweigart base linen. Didn't know that before, but I do now, thanks to Steph. Anyway, and this is 20 count, and I'll do 1/1 on this. And I'm going to see if I like this any better. Because I think looking at see it better than I can the 40 count.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that I can use this in place of 40 count and still get the same effect. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Because there's a few samplers that I would like to do on a smaller count than 28 count. So anyway, so I bought this. We'll see if I like it. We'll see if I can see it to use it. And tomorrow on Wednesday, was it Wednesday? No, it was Thursday. Steph did a live sale for keepsakes yesterday on their Instagram.
Okay.
Because they had the trunk show. They had to cancel Stitch Away. And they had the trunk show. They've had the trunk show going on at the shop. And so she just showed some of the charts that they have. And then you could claim the charts. Well, I claimed one of the charts. And I need some more floss for Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. So I'm going to go down to the store tomorrow. Are you working tomorrow?
No.
No? We'll talk about it later, see if you want to go. Think about it. But I'm going to run down there and pick up my chart and then the other floss. That's why I say I've got to buy all that I can now before Sunday. I've spent a lot of money this month on crafting supplies because I bought some quilt books too. So next month,
Need them.
I am on a no finishing month, or no start months, no new starts. It's gonna be finish it February. And Barb from Lost in Floss, she does have the hashtag finish it February SAL. So I'm going to do that. No more new starts in February. And then I'm going to have a no spend February on craft supplies. I've got to be on a no spend month because I've spent a lot of money this month.
Oops.
Oh, well. What my husband doesn't know won't hurt him, right?
Right.
Hope he doesn't want this. I don't know if he will or not. Anyway, I had a bunch of notes here, making sure that we got everything done. Any plans for February?
I'm going to kind of do what you're doing. I want to try to finish up some things because I've got several whips going, and Several of them are real close to finishing, so I just need to finish them. And then I have some finished items that I've already shown, but I need to fully finish.
You know what? When do you get your second vaccine?
February 11th, so it'll be like the 25th will be
We
my
can get
14 days. Yeah.
Okay, so then we can get together after that and we'll plan a finishing day. Maybe
Yep.
we'll do some recording. That would be fun.
Somewhat.
Some recording while we're doing our
Oh,
finishing.
yeah, that would be fun.
That would be a good idea. I just thought of that. All right. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about except here?
I don't have anything else.
So I told Debbie that I've got a surprise here and explained a little bit to her. So she really doesn't know what I'm doing. So this is all me. This is not Debbie's fault. So if you hate it, it's my fault, not Debbie's. So
I'm sure they won't hate it.
but you never know. Anyway, so if you do not watch Bonnie at Log Cabin Stitcher, you should, because you're missing out. She's amazing. Bonnie is I'm sorry, my phone is dinging. Chris is texting me. We'll hide that. But Bonnie is very open and very vulnerable, and she just lets it all. She shares it all, and I admire that very much about her. So I've been really inspired because she shares a lot about her faith, and I feel like I personally do not share enough about my personal faith. So that's what I want to talk about for a second here. So if anybody is watching and this is not your thing, I totally understand and respect that, and we'll see it in our next video. But I wanted to share a little bit about some things that have just been really on my mind since the end of 2020. 2020 was a very bad year for a lot of people. There was a lot of people who lost a loved one. There was a lot of illness. There was an election, a pandemic, both of which divided the country. There was racism. There was job loss. There was just everything was just crazy. And it is a year like I've never seen before in my lifetime. I'd say I don't think anybody ever has, because it was so unprecedented. And I heard a lot about how bad the year was. But when I look back at 2020, there were some really good things that happened to me personally. And please do not think that I'm discounting anybody's tragedies, any of their loss, any of that, because I am certainly not. And my heart goes out to you. But for me personally, I'm trying to look at the good things that happened, and there were some good things. I used to run at the speed of light. Like I was always on the go, always on the go, always on the go, always on the go. Every single night I'd have something different going on. And because of the pandemic, I had to slow down almost to a stop. I feel like I never go out anymore. But I had to really slow down. But what that caused me to do is to really understand what's more important to me instead of just running all the time. It helped me to understand some things and give up some things that really just didn't fit into what I wanted for my life. But what it also, I mean, there was like some other things. There was like, Debbie and I started this YouTube video or Flosstube channel. We've talked about it for years. We had just never done it. So
Right.
I just think that's one of the best things that happened to us in 2020. I started doing a little side gig of reselling. We traveled a little bit last year, not like we might normally, but we did travel a little bit. Chris and I got to go to New Orleans, which was a place that I had never been before. So there were some really good things that happened to Chris and I, and I'm incredibly grateful. And so gratitude is something that I have been journaling about for several years. And I don't know, it was probably 3 or 4 years ago. I started doing it 3 or 4 years ago. It was in the fall. And because I was in a direct sale company, and I remember one of the top sales directors in that company said, whatever happens in your business or even in your life, defer to grateful. Defer to grateful. She just said that over and over again. Defer to grateful. She said, if you had class cancels, defer to grateful. What'd you learn from that? Defer to grateful. That's what she always said. So I started journaling about what I was grateful for. It was right before the holidays. And for someone who's always busy and always on the go, the holidays can be very, very stressful. And so that year, I remember journaling every day, starting in about September. I would start journaling about what I was grateful for. And it started out as just this list. Thank you for my cup of coffee, for the bed that I slept in, and that I got to work on time. I mean, it was that simple. But then over time, when I went back and read it, it just became kind of, it was like a praise. It was like, it was just a way for me to worship personally. And it was just pages and pages of gratitude and thanksgiving and that kind of thing. And so it just got me to really, what I remember about that the most is that when we went into the holidays, I was the most at peace that I'd ever been. My heart was happy. I was full of love. I didn't feel stress about anything. It was just, it was the best holiday season I think I've ever had. And so, you know, the Bible says, okay, I'm going to read this because I'm just better to read it rather than try to remember it. But in the Bible says in 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18, be joyful always, pray continually. Pray continually, that's a big one. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. And so what I want to encourage everybody to do is just think of one thing, just one thing that you are grateful for from 2020. And what I want to do is give away a gratitude journal made by me.
Oh, how
And
cute.
there's some little goodies in here to go along with it. But this is a gratitude journal. And if you'll post just one item that you're grateful for from 2020 down in the comments, you'll be entered to win this journal. Of course, you've got to be a subscriber. To post in the comments. Don't say giveaway. Don't say free. Don't say any of that. Just at least one thing that you are grateful for. And if you're grateful for more than one thing, feel free, share that. We would love to hear it. Also, I would also encourage you, because 2020 was such a challenging year, if there's something you feel like you're struggling with, or you just feel like you needed a little bit of extra support, please go ahead and email us. I'm going to put our email address, stitchinginthevalley@gmail.com. I'll put that down in the description. Please feel free to email us, because Debbie and I both, I'm just going to speak out for Debbie, but I'm pretty sure that Debbie would be okay with this too,
Yes,
that we would pray for you.
absolutely.
And find us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. We're out there too. And we really, I feel like there's been so much. I don't care who you voted for last year. I really could care less. Debbie and I were both raised in a time where you didn't talk about politics, you didn't talk about religion, you didn't talk about sports. That's the way I was always raised. And so I could be friends with just about anybody. I don't care what your political affiliation is. If you're a good person and you treat people kindly, then I'll probably get along pretty well with you. And I think I know Debbie's the exact same way.
Yep.
They're probably the least judgmental people out there. So feel free to reach out to us in any way that you would like to, and we would love to pray for you. And like I said, just go ahead and post something you're grateful for down in the comments below. We would love to hear it. And then we'll enter you. My plan is that we'll give it away. We'll do a drawing like around February 10th. Even if Debbie and I can't do a video together, I'll jump on and do a really quick video, announce the giveaway, because I don't want to leave this open indefinitely.
Right.
With our crazy schedules, Debbie's in school and she works at hospitals, so her schedule changes really on a weekly basis. My schedule is pretty much the same, but with what she's got going on, it's hard for us to consistently pick one day a week that we can actually record. So that's why we're as sporadic as we are. That's just out of our control right now. So in 5 years, when she is
When I
done with nursing
retire,
school and
we'll do
retires,
2 or 3 of them a week.
yes, we will. You'll be done with school then too. Woo!
Yay. I'll be done in December.
This year.
This year, I'll be finished finally.
I cannot wait, Deb. I cannot wait.
I've been going to school most of my life.
I think I'm as excited as you are. Yes, but like I've said, I've told you a million times, kudos to you for still sticking in there, because I would have said, screw it, I'm good. I'm happy where I am. So kudos to you for sticking out and completing it. That's kind of amazing.
Thanks.
You should be proud of yourself. Oh, one last thing, and then we're going to go. You want to share your good news?
What?
With Leah.
Oh, yes. My daughter's been going to nursing school and she just passed her boards 2 weeks ago. So she'll be starting to work. She'll work at the same hospital I do, but at the main campus. I work at suburbia campuses. So she's very excited and we're all very proud of her. Yay, Leah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome because she did it with 6 children.
Yeah, she had to
Homeschooling.
stop a couple times to have a baby, and then she went right back.
And homeschooling and being
Homeschooling, yep.
married and all that other jazz. So she
Yep.
still did it. And that's amazing. We're really proud of her.
Yes, we are.
So, all right. I think that's all we have. Anything
I'm good.
else from you?
Nope.
All right. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye. See you next
Bye.
time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, Deb.